I am from online English department of TAL, which is the largest company in China, focused on after-school training. When we first talk about this topic is because Daniel and Helen and Christy, when we talk about how we're going to apply the excellent materials into TAL. But I told them that there's no specific textbooks from Cambridge process that could be adjusted to our platform. So Daniel asked why you cannot use, we have the newest edition of the textbooks, and why can't you use it? I explained that very young learners, especially 3 years old, 4 years old, they're actually learning English online in front of the computer. So after we talk about what we're doing, and after they review the product, actually we very proudly customized the newest version of Little Steps. That's a newest textbooks for the very younger learners, I guess. So yeah, thanks for them. Thanks, Daniel and Helen and Christy. So I'm very proud to share what we're doing now online. So when we talk about future-ready learners, actually we want to talk about future-ready learning styles. So what kind of learning, what kind of ways of learning? I mean, this is actually the kids learning in front of the computer. And you may ask a lot of questions of teachers teaching in front of the camera, in front of the screen, and the kids are learning in front of the computer, and they do not see each other. Then how could we process our teaching? And this is the Chinese kid who is 3 years old learning. I'm going to show that she is pronouncing and drill the new words.
It's a pear. 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 Great job.
Good job. So it's quite, I'm not sure whether it's 10 seconds or 15 seconds. So there might be some terms I should explain. First one is large-scale class. Actually, the teacher is teaching around thousands of kids in front of the computer. And it's not like the way we're thinking in our brain that it is a kind of a lecture. Actually, it is not. It is a highly interactive class. How? Actually, I will explain later. Actually, we have the other 2 teachers helping us. Not only the real teachers who is teaching, but also the AI teacher and our tutor. So it's a kind of a new learning model, I'm guessing. But when we talk about a teacher is teaching thousands of students, then the parents may ask, will the teacher know if my kids, they're not focused on the class? And if he improved himself, could the teacher actually, encourage him? How could the teacher know what's going on, in front of thousands of students? And also, the girl is learning with an iPhone, with a phone, and it is a recorded lesson or it is a live lesson. Actually, it is live. And the next one, so when teacher is teaching, there are kind of 2 screens in front of him. So one is for the courseware. The other one is for the spontaneous data collecting. For example, the teacher sent out the H5 interactive exercises. The correct answer would be A. At the same time, and the computer, the AI will tell the teacher how many percentage of the students choose B and how many choose C, and will the teacher need to explain it again or not. Actually, that's what we're doing. So this is the teacher who is teaching. This is a kind of exercises. So, yeah. Besides AI, actually, for many years, I still remember my English teacher, they asked me to think if I am the customer, if you are the shop assistant, So what's the conversation is going? You think about the context, and then you make the dialogue. Actually, it's hard. It's easy for adults, but it's hard for children, especially young learners. So actually, this is our teacher actually kind of performing this lesson. The curriculum developer writing about the script, and the teacher will perform it, follow the teaching procedure, but at the same time, he needs to pay very attention to the position he's standing. Because if the pumpkin is falling in this way, and while the gesture, if the teacher show in that direction, while the pumpkin will be falling on the ground. So actually, that is what the teacher is doing, and that is the students' version. And when students take in the class, the teacher is teaching in that way, but that's the student side. So actually, a lot of people will ask, a lot of the parents will ask, is that a recorded lesson? No, it is the live lesson. So the other thing would be, if you really teach the communication, if you teach a language. So when you teach thousands of kids a communicative language, how could you guarantee that he knows how to communicate, and whether the student answers you or not? Actually, this time AI helps us. So the AI technology, actually we call it AI teacher. And first, it performs the function of sound recognition. And so after the instruction of the teacher, follow me, and actually the teacher will not hear exactly the sound from thousands of the students, but AI did, according to the standard pronunciation. And the AI function will first do recognition, and then do the assessments and give the feedback to the students. And so even when 1,000 students is listening, and for the correction, each of them are different. For example, if the teacher asks the students, please read after me, I have a book. Maybe some students pronounce I wrongly. Maybe some others pronounce have wrongly. So AI will give them very specific feedback about their pronunciation. So I'm guessing this is a quite example about AI implemented into the classroom. And so this is the speech recognition technology. Actually, when it presses the button and read about it, so the score will be coming. All right. And why we're doing this, actually, it might be not the ideal way of learning language, but actually, we have a large population in China, especially, we have third layer, fourth layer kids, and it's quite expensive to have the native speaker teacher to talk one versus one. So we actually made the best kind of quality teaching and class affordable for most children in China. Actually, when they heard about the way of learning, they were, wow, it's untalkable. The parents won't believe, wow, the students will actually love this kind of class. Actually, they do. It's not like a lecture. It's a highly interactive kind of a class. So I'm guessing this is a very fresh idea of the AI technology implemented into the classroom. So this is the last demo that I show. This is a part of the demo class from the teacher. Let's share it. Actually, all of the things are live lessons, not recorded.
Magic, fun time, magic, fun time. Here we go, here we go. Let's go on a journey, let's go on a journey. Here's our show, here's our show. Hello everyone, I'm Teacher Shane, and it's time for class. Let's go see our friend Tom. For my magic, I need you to say Tom's house, Tom's house. Great! Now let's go to Tom's house.
So it must be the transition to the other pictures. So actually, the students in this class, for the 30 minutes class, average time of the speaking time from the students would be 8 minutes. Counting they are saying yes, no, each sound. It calculated into 8 minutes of speaking together with the teacher. Actually, the teacher will not know whether you read it or not, but actually they're encourage the students and they're seeing the data coming from the students' size. They know how many of them, for example, we have 800 students, 700 of them have already spoken, and 100, and each name will be presented on the other screen. So actually, the teacher just don't know who is who, but he knows the most percentage of the students, the behavior. So I'm guessing this is quite new idea, but I'm sure I could be the very good example of the AI technology. So if you are interested about this AI function or thing, you can talk to me later. We can discuss it. Thank you. Thank you.